Hello VC, what's going on? It's me, Will, and I am back, and I guess this is gonna be more of a vinyl slash CD slash concert update. And I've been really meaning to do one of these kind of videos for a long time. It's just that I've been so busy lately that I really haven't got a chance to make one of these update videos in a while. But anyways, in this video I'm gonna show you some of the records as well as some of the CDs that I've been picking up in the last few months, and I'll also show you some clips of some of the concerts that I've been going to in the last few months. And I've been picking up a lot of vinyl, more CDs than vinyl lately, especially because of the vinyl prices. And I've been going to a lot of concerts as well, so I have a lot to show you. So I'm gonna split this this video into a series of videos, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, let's go ahead and check it out. But before getting started, I did receive a couple of really good VCLT packages from two really good VC members. And let's start off with the package from DJ Trish, the always generous DJ Trish. She sent me two of her really good mix CDs, especially for the summer. First of all, this one's called Cool Groove Summer 2017, and there's a track list. I've been listening to this CD pretty much throughout the Memorial Day weekend, which was last weekend here in the US. Really fun to listen to, especially now during the summer. And then she also sent me this one called Beach Party 2017, classic mix CD by the very popular DJ Trish here in the VC. And there's the track list, another great summer mix CD. So thank you very much, Trish, for sending those out. And I'll put a link here in the description so you can go ahead, everybody can go ahead and check out Trish's channel. And the next VCLT package that I got is from Jenny, also known as BeaSides here in YouTube. Again, I'll put a link here in the description. She sent me this awesome album by Sleater-Kinney. This one's called The Woods, and this one originally came out in 2005. This is a reissue that came out just a couple of years ago in 2014 on Sub Pop Records. Excellent album by Sleater-Kinney. This has been maybe my second or third favorite album by Sleater-Kinney, and Sleater-Kinney is one of my favorite bands of all time. And I've owned this album on CD only for many years. This is the first time that I've seen it and owned it on vinyl, and it is awesome. The packaging in this album is excellent. It came out on a gatefold with a picture of the band, the credits. It also came in on with the insert with a picture of the band as well, and lyrics of all the songs. Very cool. And what's cool is that this album also came in a double LP. The first record, here it is on black vinyl, which is the standard Sub Pop labels. And the second LP is very cool because in one side you get music, and in the other side you get, and this is a single-sided LP, so in the other side you get an etching. And I don't know if you can see it right there, but it is very cool. It's a picture of a tree cutout or a log, and it is very cool looking. I love it when they do this kind of things, and the single-sided LPs, especially when it's something that kind of matches the artwork of the album itself. In this case, The Woods, the picture of the trees. The etching matches perfectly with the artwork of the album. It is very cool to have. Thank you so much, Jenny, for sending this out. And it was very cool to get to meet you as well a few weeks ago in Nashville. I did go on a road trip, and I did get to hang out with Jenny. We went out to Third Man Records, and we got to hang out quite a bit after that. It was very cool to meet you. Here's a picture of us at Third Man Records. And I hope that when you come over to Atlanta, we'll hang out as well, and we'll go out digging as well. So yeah, those are the two VCLT packages that I got. Again, I'll put a link here in the description to both Trish and Jenny's channel. Alright, so let's go ahead and start talking about some new records. And the first record that I'm gonna show you is an album from a band that I'm a pretty new fan of this band. They really impressed me with their last album that just came out a few years ago. And when I saw that they were gonna release a new album this year, of course I went ahead and pre-ordered it. I got it just a few weeks ago, and this is Cayetana with their newest album, New Kind of Normal. It came out just a few weeks ago in 2017 on Plum Records. And I'll just go ahead and say it right away. The album cover is the album cover of this record is awful. This is not a good album cover. I know it has some kind of meaning. It means something to the band, but from the eyes of a fan, I'll go ahead and say this is not a good album picture for an album cover. And the back is not better, unfortunately. The good thing is that this is a very good album. Cayetana I love their style of music. This is a very good album, and like I said, I pre-ordered this from their website. I was able to get the limited edition record on green vinyl. I'll show you the record right here. It came out limited to only 300 copies, I believe. And there it is, transparent green. I think they call it swamp green. A very cool record. And since I pre-ordered it, I was also able to get a signed picture of the band. They did kind of like a unique thing where they grabbed some pictures that they took in the last few years, and they write something in the back, like a handwritten note. So it was very cool to receive that from the band. And what was also cool is that I was able to meet the band. I saw them live a few months ago, back in February. Let's go ahead and check out a few clips from that concert. That was Cayetana playing live at the Masquerade just back in February of this year. They put out a great show. They opened for Lemuria, which was they also put out a great show as well. And I forgot to show you, the record itself came in with a nice insert with a picture of the band and the credits, and in the back you get all the lyrics. Very cool album. And like I said before, I was able to meet the band during the show. They're very friendly. They signed my old record that came out back in 2014, I think. This one's called Nervous Like Me. The 3 members of the band signed the record. So yeah, very friendly band. If you get a chance to see them, I think they're still touring right now. So I highly recommend that you check them out. Pop punk music. Very personal, very emotional kind of pop punk, but it is extremely catchy music, and I love the voice of the singer of this band, Augusta. She does a great job of singing. She puts a lot of emotion in her voice as well, and this new record, it's a little bit different to the one from 2 years ago, their first album, the one that I just showed you before. It's they add a little bit more electronic elements throughout some of the songs. Definitely more of an 80s kind of vibe, very very heavily influenced in a band like New Order, I would say. But it's still a very very I would say this in a good way, because I think they do it very well throughout the album. A very catchy album, and like I said before, the voice of Augusta, the singer of this band, is excellent. And one thing that I would say about this record, even though it has the really bad cover right there, it has perhaps one of the best songs that I've heard so far this year. This is a song called Mesa, right here, the second song in the album. I love that song, and like I said, it might be one of my favorite songs of the year so far in 2017. Extremely catchy song. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's check out a short clip from Mesa. Alright, so that was a short clip from the song called Mesa by Cayetana. And I believe they're still on tour right now, touring perhaps, I think, with Diet Sick, which should be a great show seeing those two great bands together. Again, highly recommend that you check out Cayetana's new album, New Kind of Normal. And like I said before, Cayetana did play here at the Masquerade in Atlanta back in February. They opened for a band called Lemuria, which if you watch some of my videos, you will know that I've talked about them many times before. I love their music. It might be one of my favorite indie rock bands of all time. Definitely one of my favorite new bands out there. And they did play also at the Masquerade. Let's go ahead and check out a short clip from that show. was really cool about that show is that Lemuria actually played the album called Get Better, one of their best album in my opinion, in its entirety throughout through the show, plus some extra songs as well from other albums. And I love this album. This is a very powerful pop punk album, very personal as well, very emotional, excellent. If you watch my videos, you know that I've recommended Lemuria many times in the past. I did get to meet the band again. They signed my Get Better 10th anniversary reissue that just came out a few months ago. The whole band signed it for me. And they also went ahead and signed this poster, the poster that the record came in with. Very nice of the band to sign this record and the poster. And like as you saw in the clips, excellent band to see live. They're actually touring throughout Europe, I believe, right now. So if you're in Europe, I highly recommend that you also check out Lemuria. All right, so the next new album that I picked up, I actually didn't buy it on vinyl. I bought it on CD because honestly, the prices of vinyl are just through the roof, in my opinion. I just went ahead and picked it up on CD. Talking about the Japandroids with their newest album called Near to the Wild Heart of Life. Great album title. It came out just a few months ago in 2017 on Records. Like a duo from Canada putting out their third studio album. Power pop music, and the packaging on this CD is awesome. It came in with this little case, and inside you get like it's actually a nice booklet with tons of pictures of the band playing live. They really put a lot of effort both in the packaging of the CD. They pretty much have a picture for every song in the album. I love this one right there. And I don't have it on vinyl, obviously, so I don't know if the vinyl itself also came in with all these pictures. But I like it how they included one picture in each page of the booklet itself. It also came in with this nice DG pack inside with more pictures of the band in one side. Love that picture too. Gatefold, and inside you get in one side you get the CD, and in the other side, something that I didn't know before, it actually comes in with a fairly large poster as well of obviously of the band playing live too. Really cool poster. I'll show you right here once I unfold it from the CD. Of course, since it comes in a CD, it comes folded in like a million parts right here, but there it is. Still very cool to have. Love that picture of the band playing live, and obviously, as you can see in the pictures, this is a band that puts a ton of energy in their live shows. You saw from that clip from the Japandroids show here in Atlanta, it's everything that you would expect from a Japandroids show. Very, very high energy pop punk, power pop music. Like I said before, everything that you would expect from that kind of show, and the guys put a lot of energy in their concerts. Definitely worth checking out. Great band, great album as well. And one thing to complain about the show, and nothing related to the music or to the sound. The sound and the music was excellent. The guys did a great job at the show. The thing is that during the show they had these weird lights going on in the background that at some point through some of the songs they would point the lights directly at the audience, and it was kind of like a strobe light right in front of your face. That was very disturbing, especially during the show. I didn't like that part when they just threw the lights right in front of your right towards the audience. It just took away a little bit of the whole show experience, but otherwise it was a very, very good show. so that was the Japandroids playing live here in Atlanta just a few months ago. Again, a great band to see live. In my opinion, it might be one of the bands that you must not miss if they come to your town and they play live, because their shows are excellent. And yeah, the new album called Near to the Wild Heart of Life. Again, like I said before, a great album title. I really do not understand why there were so many mixed reviews about this record. When it came out, I saw some bad reviews, some good reviews, and I guess a lot of the fans out there really didn't like it that much. I really don't understand why, because this is a very good album. Has some catchy songs, some slower songs, and I can understand that it's a very different album to what they have done before. Compared to their last two albums, this is a very different album. It has some slower songs, some songs where they experiment a little bit with some electronic music as well. But otherwise, this is a very good Japandroids album. Might be one of my favorite albums of the year so far. It did come in with this nice obi. I forgot to show you, kind of like an obi strip. It's not a Japanese CD, but it did come in with this strip with the title of the album and the track list right there. And yeah, the music is excellent, very catchy pop-punk music, power pop. Has a great song, the title track of the album, Near to the Wild Heart of Life. It's an excellent tune. Let's actually go ahead and check out another song from the album. This one's called Northeast Southwest. Let's check it out. Alright, so that was the Japandroids with their newest album called Near to the Wild Heart of Life. Highly recommend that you check it out. Great band, great album. And I may make a separate video just to do like a review of that record, because I really enjoyed it at some point. Alright, up next, this is a concert that I went to just a few months ago, back in March 4th. The band is called Priests, and they have a new album called Nothing Feels Natural. You've heard me talk about this band before and this album. I've shown this record before. I've done a review of the record just a few weeks ago. If you go back to some of my past videos, you'll see it. So I'm not going to show you the record, but I'm going to show you a few clips of the live show. Let's check it out. Priest put out a great show at the Drunken Unicorn here in Atlanta. I got to meet the band. They were very nice, very friendly group of people. They signed my record. And like I said before in my past videos, this might be one of my favorite albums of the year so far. Excellent music, post-punk, a little bit experimental as well. Very political in the lyrics. Very entertaining album overall. Make sure that you check out Priests with Nothing Feels Natural. And if you get the chance to see them live, definitely do not miss Priests, because they are a very fun band to see live as well. Alright, up next, another concert that I went to. I got a chance to see a fantastic band called Slang. They played here at the Variety Playhouse back in March 21st in 2017 here in Atlanta. I've seen the band before once, but unfortunately it was when the lead guy from Slang, James Alex, played like a solo show as Slang, and when they toured with Bleached. And he was good during that show last year when he played solo, but you could definitely tell that he was missing the full band. So it was really nice to see him with the full band now. He got the band back together. Unfortunately, they had an issue last year where one of the band members was accused of some kind of sexual harassment issue, and James Alex, the lead guy, he kicked him out of the band. I guess the other members also left momentarily. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but eventually this year the band came back and he recruited a couple of new band members, the drummer and the bass player. and they put out a fantastic show here at the Variety Playhouse back in March. They opened for Minus the Bear. I honestly thought that Beach Slang was way better than Minus the Bear, and I went to the show just to see Beach Slang as a full band, and they kicked ass. The new album is awesome as well. Highly recommend that you check out the Beach Slang new album, as well as if you get a chance to see them live. They're absolutely excellent. Alright guys, so that's all I have to show you for today. Stay tuned for my next video because I still have a lot of records and live footage from other concerts that I've been going to in the last few months. I'm gonna save those for the next video. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye bye.